outside of it and outside of like different movies like that, we did get the Conjuring. We do have like all the Conjuring movies, the different movies that came from that cinematic universe. You know, we have Annabelle, The Nun, La Llorona. Um, I wanted to ask, do you think that other horror film franchises are gonna follow that lead, follow suit, and create their own cinematic universes or like a shared universe for some of their movies?
Like franchises that already exist, or just new franchises that come out.
Both. Yeah.
For those that already exist, I think they tried with like Dracula, the werewolf, Frankenstein, the mummy. I think they started or tried. I don't know. Um, I'm all for cinematic universes. I love it. Like I'm just be real with you. I love it. Like I love what they tie together. I love like I wish the Conjuring would have made TV shows and shit too. Like I'll all for it. Shout out to the MCU. I love that kind of shit, bro. So I'm biased. Yes, I think they should. Will they? I don't know. I've written scripts like for like a slasher movie, a slasher cinematic universe. We'll love to see it, bro. Like, but it's just I don't know. They have the different licenses and getting these companies to agree and the revenue and all the logistics of making it happen is pretty hard. Oh, even Freddy versus Jason almost didn't happen. Um, but yeah, I think they should, and I think it's a good idea to do so.
Now that we're thinking of it, now we're talking about, you know who kind of already did it?
Who's that?
Evil Dead. There's like kind of like an Evil Dead universe because there's the
Yeah.
Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and then they rebooted Evil Dead, and
Mm-hmm.
then there's like a Ash versus Evil Dead
Mm-hmm.
TV series, and then there's like another Evil Dead movie that came out like not that long ago. I guess they didn't expand it as far as what The Conjuring has done, but they've kind of like kind of gone this a little bit of the same way, just not as far.
You know what The Conjuring has though that most genres don't? The
It's based on real
linchpin
life,
that is based on true events, and
true
they
events.
have
Yeah,
the linchpin characters to tie everything together. The Warrens, they tie
yeah,
everything
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Everything in that universe has something to do with them somehow. No, ooh, that was bad. But yeah, we don't like for a cinematic universe to work. You have to have characters like that.
And you know what's another thing too
Hmm.
that made the cinematic universe successful? It's the fact that the movies branching off the uh, the Warren's universe or the Warren storyline than The Conjuring, they were just as good, if not better. Like
Hmm.
Annabelle Creation, man, let me tell you,
That's the
that was
second
a
one, right?
movie. That's the second one, yeah.
Yeah, that
There's
shit was scary as
Annabelle.
fuck, bro.
It was it was Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and then Annabelle Comes Home.
Hmm.
The Nun, the Nun was it was scary. I mean, it wasn't like super scary, but
Yeah. I want to say Annabelle Creation is the scariest movie I've seen in theaters for me. I think
it was
the
pretty
fact that
scary.
it was because the thing for me is I got a soft spot in my heart for kids. So with scary things like that are happening to children, like it really hurts me. It makes me feel bad and like man, it makes me think back to when I was a kid and like damn, what the fuck? What if I was in that situation? So that's
Yeah.
scary. That I have my own kids. I have my daughter. Oh my god, that'd be so scary. So I think that's why I remember I went to see the movie. I don't know some I think back then, yeah, it's before I met my wife. Some chick on Tinder hit me up and it's like, "You wanna go see this movie?" So I went to see it, but I think the thing for me, that's the first time in my life when I got home from a movie and I was legit scared to go to sleep.
Bruh. I, I just think about how good it was done and the fact that it brought the full circle moment for the first Annabelle. For the first Annabelle, it wasn't as scary, but the second one, because it told the story so well, it was done pretty well. It was scaring people.
Yeah, dude, I barely remember the first Annabelle. Like, I know what
It
happened, but it's
it
kinda
w-
like, eh.
I remember watching it at home by myself. I remember that. Um, but
It definitely has some scary parts to it.
it does because it does with supernatural stuff.
Mhm.
Well, they all three of them do. Which is a side note. You know the person who I guess is the quote unquote watcher or caretaker for the Annabelle doll, the real Annabelle doll, which is Raggedy Andy. That
Mhm.
person died recently.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they passed away recently.
Yeah, rest in
I
peace.
don't know what the cause was it for, but yeah, they like not even that long ago, but they passed on, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Hopefully,
Yeah, man.
hopefully,
Trying to protect us from whatever's in that case.
that's insane. Yeah, my mom used to have a Raggedy Ann doll, and it's like it's funny because if the movie was based on a Raggedy Ann doll, it would not have been scary. I think it's scary
Okay.
because Annabelle's like a ventriloquist doll. Like it's like it kind of looks like kind of reminds me of the doll from the Goosebumps. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was made. If it was just a Raggedy Ann doll, like in the movies, that shit wouldn't be scary. Be real. Annabelle look creepy as fuck, bro.
Yeah. And the whole, the lore behind it. The
Yeah,
fact that there's some evil spirit attached to it is, ugh,
my eyes, bro. Shit is terrifying. Man, I didn't know
you
the
gotta deal
owner.
with it. That's why you gotta be
Uh,
careful with some of these things that you mess with.
yeah. Uh, let's see. The owner of the Annabelle doll. How they die? Now I'm curious. Matt. Oh, Matt Rife bought it.
Did he really?
Matt
No, he
comedian.
didn't.
Yeah, comedian Matt Rife is the legal guardian of the Annabelle doll after purchasing it.
Oh, well, he's
And he
next.
bought it in August. I
He's
do remember
next.
seeing that. I hope not.
Oh man, why would he do that?
The fact that a doll can have a legal guardian is crazy. What the fuck? So
Like,
it kind of makes me wonder: do these people actually believe this doll is possessed?
I, you know, th- I don't think it's the fact that they believe; it's the fact that it's the story that goes with it that kind of like gives it this suspenseful thought. So I don't know. It's not necessarily believing; it's just the hype maybe behind it.
But yeah, like, why does a doll need a legal guardian?
Oh man, I there's a lot of questions.
Comedian Matt Rife is the current legal guardian of the Annabelle doll after purchasing the Warrens Occult Museum in August of 2025. He became the legal guardian of the doll and the 749 other artifacts in the collection for at least the next 5 years.
Uh, oh well, that, yeah, that's probably just to raise money that they do that. That
Yeah,
you could be like by legal guardianship because if it's just for 5 years, then the next person who has money is gonna do stuff like that.
yeah, and I just clicked on the Annabelle doll Wikipedia, and the Raggedy Ann doll and the picture is a bit unsettling. I'm not gonna lie, looking at it.
Mm.
I don't even know why I clicked on this page, bro. I'm gonna get out of here. Now I feel like
Yeah,
like gave me a really unsettling feeling like I gotta turn around and look behind my back, bro. Like that's crazy. That's
yeah.
insane.
But since we're still talking about this, I'm trying to figure out what other series franchises would make a good cinematic universe.
I think the Frankenstein, Dracula,
Werewolf.
werewolf one would be good, and Mummy. I think those would be good, the classical ones, but make them legit scary. I think they're making the Frankenstein movie and the Frankenstein's Bride movie too. With well, one of them is with the old boy that plays Moon Knight and um,
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. Shout out to him,
Oh
great
yeah,
actor.
you're right. You're right. I
Yeah,
think they already started that.
yeah. So I don't know if there's going to be a cinematic universe, but it would be cool.
They
That's what I would
tried
love
it.
to see.
They tried it in man, it was they with the mummy. They tried it with the
Mhm.
mummy and it failed terribly. But
They probably should have started with Dracula or something. Somebody likes to see people love vampires. That probably should have been the linchpin. That probably should have been the Iron Man of the universe.
yeah,
Because
it probably would have worked because like obviously vampires have long lives. So you probably could have did like a historical thing and kind of gone through that vampire's life and all the different monsters they probably met through their time and bring it to modern times. You could have did a story like that.
yeah, I would have started with a story of Dracula. Then I think the next one I would have put out is maybe the werewolf. People do like werewolves. And then Frankenstein. The Mummy would have probably been the last one I would have did because you can go back in time and
Yeah,
do all that other shit while the other ones could live in their own time periods. Um, yeah, that's what
because
I would have done.
ironically, I'm watching the new Dracula movie that came out
Hmm.
right now. I haven't gotten too far, but it's pretty good to start.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest movie characters, bro. People love Dracula.
Yep,
People love
sure
vampires.
do,
They can tell a bunch of good stories. We just seen it with Sinners, so you can tell a bunch of good vampire stories.
man.
People love Blade. We wait for a Blade movie for years. Like, come on, if that's kind of when I man, like if I was writing films and producing movies and shit, like you got to think like a fan. Like people want to see vampires, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about a mummy.
What are
Like,
they gonna? What are they gonna? I mean, I like the mummies, the movies. I
me
like the
too,
series.
me too. But
But
nobody
I
gives
think you're
no
thinking of
gives a fuck.
you're
Like
thinking of like the mummies, like old school type. They're just hopping out of the crypt and just moving
well,
all
I
weird.
I know all kinds of mummies, but I'm saying like people don't give a damn about mummies. Like and like they do about vampires. People love vampires.
I'll say they don't like mummies as much as they like vampires. Vampires, like you said, everywhere. We've been doing all kinds of stories for vampires for
Mhm.
so many years.
Yeah, hundreds of years. Like mummies are cool. Like don't get me wrong, but if I was creating a film or trying to start a cinematic universe, I'm not starting with the goddamn mummy. Nobody gives a fuck about
Oh,
like
I
a
wouldn't
mummy that
start with a
was like,
mummy.
yeah, like
I would start with a vampire for sure.
yeah, like
I wouldn't start
Dracula.
with a
Come
mummy.
on, like
Well, yeah, because they've done Dracula so many times.
yeah, Dracula.
Like,
It's a story that can go and on and on and on. It's like
like,
Batman
like, think of this. Every year, there's at least 3 movies that have to do about vampire. This year
movies,
alone.
shows. Like
This year alone.
yeah, people love vampires, bro. They just have an interesting story. Like
Yeah.
it just is what it is. Like mummies, like no, like I can't think of people who just like, man, I can't wait to see a mummy movie. Like, feel the fuck about a mummy. Like,
Well, okay, so it's either vampires or zombies.
yeah.
When we're talking about monsters, it's either because it's more about when it comes to the zombies, it's more about okay, how we're gonna survive against the zombies. What are they doing? What is the state of the world? When we're talking about the zombies.
Mhm. Yeah. Vampires are like, I mean, they're both, aren't they? Like, vampires are undead, right? What do they call them? Undead?
Undead,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, bro. This is interesting. People love vampires. I can't explain it. Like, I think mummies are cool and you could tell a cool story about it, but people usually don't. You know, I think if you build a universe with Dracula and then work your way up to like the Frankensteins and werewolves, you could tell very interesting stories. And then you get people invested, and then they'll go, maybe because if these are connected. Oh wow, well, maybe I will check out this mummy movie. Kind of like if it wasn't for the MCU, no one would have gave a fuck about the Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. The first one, no one would have cared. If that was just a standalone movie, no one would care.
Yeah. True. You have to build
Yeah,
up to certain
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
Especially characters you really don't know.
yeah. Nothing
But
against mummies. Yeah, nothing against mummies. Don't get me.
we know the werewolves, we know Frankenstein, we know certain mummies
Hmm.
and Dracula.
Hmm.
So it wouldn't be as hard. It's just you have to make it interesting.
Yeah, would those be the four? Is there anything else we put in that universe?
Sometimes I think of Swamp Thing, but like
Okay.
the little swamp monster.
Hmm.
Sometimes I think of that, but you know,
Yeah, what else could you do?
that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah,
Vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein,
like what is it like?
mummies, the
What do
swamp
they call
guy,
it? Like another urban, like what about an urban myth? Like something like that.
Bigfoot. I
Like
don't know.
yeah, like they could probably do something cool. I don't know. I don't know what else we would do. With that universe, it has to be. I'm sure people would think like people would probably leave their comments, but
The only other thing I could think of is like Doctor Jekyll and Mister Hyde, but that's just like one person.
mhm,
That's not like a whole bunch of people. And
yeah,
then there's zombies.
yeah. because you would want to flesh out the universe, right? You want to have like different elements to it. The mummy could be thousands of years ago. Then you for Dracula, you could show him living all the hundreds of years. The werewolf, I think for a werewolf, I would have it be like a family curse type shit, and like just some unsuspecting guy. Like the werewolf for me would be the hero of the universe.
The
I have
only
it.
the only other thing I can think of is like a witch. Like if there's some type of like coven
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, which yeah, that'd be dope.
They've done a bunch of those too, actually. Witch movies.
That witch can actually be really scary too. I would make it legit scary, like a terrifying witch movie. Um, but yeah, that'd be interesting universe. I would make the werewolf be like the good guy, like just some unsuspected person that know that their family's a fucking the generation of werewolves type shit. He'll be the good guy of all of this, trying to stop the rest of them. Maybe team up
Yeah.
with Frankenstein after Frankenstein realized, some shit about his life. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it'll be I would love that. I would love a slasher universe. I would love like seeing Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, um, anybody else in the same Scream, all in the same universe. Um,
That would be tough to do, but with all these writers and the way these films are coming together, I could see it happening. It's just, man, what would it take?
yeah, just subtle too. Like have their all like the new reboot solo movies and just be like on the news. Somebody's reporting that a company's going out of business or the stocks are going down because of boys saying that his dogs are killing people. Like have that be like on the news during a Michael Myers movie, so somebody's watching the news like, oh, that kid's fucking crazy. It just like people are in another movie, they'll hint at Freddy. Oh, four teens died in their sleep in this town, in Ohio, small town, in Ohio. They try to figure out like just little subtle things that happen in the different films. Don't even got to be super noticeable or super like part of the plot of the movie. Just have it subtle, like knowing that these characters exist in these universe.
You know, I could see that. The
Yeah,
fact that you give little hints and little clues to them being in the same universe.
yeah, and just finding an interesting way to tie everything together. Just interestingly, the maybe the Scream Queens team up, or the people who've been getting called crazy, like the Andy, and teaming up with the main girl from Freddy, the main girl from Halloween, and they all teaming up like these people thinking they're lying, thinking they're crazy, and they team up together. Just some shit like that. I don't fucking know, man. I had to sit down and rethink about it, but yeah, I would love to see a slasher cinematic universe. We're probably never going to get it. These companies don't care. They are like just money
You
hungry,
never you
money
never
hungry,
know.
man. Yeah,
They could think of something. They probably wouldn't, maybe they even go that route, but they think
yeah.
of something. Like
Or
I, I was thinking like, well, this is probably not even probably slasher related, but I was thinking like, they could do movies as far as like the psychological ones, maybe
ooh,
connect them somehow, but you never know.
yeah. Aren't like Midsummer and Hereditary in the same universe? Is that a thing?
They are, and I think they're making a sequel to Midsummer,
Yeah.
but I
Shout
think
out
they're
to
all
Florence. Shout out to Florence Pugh.
yeah, that was a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah, she's a hell of an actress.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good cast all around. I like Will Porter, reports here, or however you say his name.
Hmm. I didn't even know she
But
was British, but when I first saw that movie.
yeah, for the British actors are pretty good at hiding their accent whenever they do American accents anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, we suck at doing accents, other people accents.
Yeah, because I think it's because British actors they believe huge in film and theater over there, so they get a lot of practice from a young age. They get a lot of practice.
Yeah, and even us over here, we think we're too good. And we don't got other people accents. We don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah,
That's how we think over here, man. But yeah, I like that. I like British actors are some of the like, I think best actors in the world. Honestly,
super talented, super
yeah.
talented.
Do you think a lot of the biggest actors in all these blockbuster movies, most of them are not here from here?
A lot of them from the UK when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. I would love. I love cinematic universes. I think all franchises should do them. Just me. I'll never get sick of it.
I I just want to think of other franchises outside of horror that should do cinematic universes, but
Dude, with Godzilla
I
count,
know Transformers is about to do that.
good. They should have been. They should have been the GI
They
Joe
really should.
Transformers. That just makes sense.
Well, there's both Hasbro things,
Yeah,
so
it just makes sense. But I think Godzilla technically is a cinematic universe. Godzilla, Kong.
yeah. But I guess this version of it,
Yeah. Um. Hmm.
I can't think of any other one.
Pixar movies should be.
Y- Yeah, I mean, it used to be that in a Pixar movie there would always be a hint to this to another Pixar movie
Hmm.
coming out, like a clue or a little Easter egg.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess if I think cinematic universes work best for franchises or things such as comic books, video games that already have a story. Like they comic books are
Yep.
already been around, they've already been connected to each other. I think it's hard to make a cinematic universe based off something just random, that doesn't have other stuff tied to it. I think that's why the Conjuring works. There's already a story there. It's already
Because
have like yeah.
you're gonna think like when you're watching, the original movie, you're gonna think, well, why if they tried to put it in a cinematic universe, why weren't these characters involved when they if they did have a shared universe, why didn't they, involve themselves or come to help or do whatever, depending on
Mhm.
what the story is.
Yeah. It's tough to do, man.
You, oh, you know what? With weapons, weapons is is a shared universe with Barbarian.
Yeah.
It's a shared universe. It's just a different story. It's not like a sequel or anything. I guess it's just two unrelated stories, but it's a shared. They happen in the same
Hmm.
universe.
Hmm. Yeah. Both of them pretty freaky.
Yeah.
Barbarian was so random, bro. I was like, what? Like, I like movies like that. Had no idea that's how this motherfucker was gonna turn out, bro.
Have you seen the movie Long Legs?
I have not. I want to.
It I
It's,
it kind of when I was watching Weapons, it kind of made me think of a little bit of Long Legs, but not. I don't know. I don't know how to describe because the thing is this. You know how like in obviously in Weapons, how the old girls breaking the branch and making them go crazy.
hmm.
Something like that happens in Long Legs.
Long Legs has been on my list to watch for a long time.
It it's pretty good. I mean,
My wife
yeah,
just
it's pretty
doesn't.
good.
My wife doesn't like movies like that, but I guess I have to watch them on my own, man. I
Yeah,
hate watching scary movies by myself.
it's not really that scary. It's kind of like more a little. It's not gory either. Honestly, it's just suspenseful. I guess like a thriller.
Yeah, it's October. It give me a reason to watch.